So what I'm thinking is maybe I've got a bad mama. We've gotten chores done, but we came out to the pig forest and where the calves are. And what I'm noticing, if you remember, I lost a calf, Macy, I don't know, probably a year ago. Macy's little brother is doing the same thing. So what I'm thinking is maybe I've got a bad mama. Ginger, which is their mama, I think I may be getting rid of. No, I've been getting rid of my Angus, but what I'm saying is I cannot successfully sell her, I don't think, to a farm because I don't know her bloodline and why she's not producing good calves. The calves are looking great, but for some reason when they get to about 8 or 9 months, it's like they struggle. This one is not nearly as bad as what Macy was, but we're going to try to give it antibiotic and also some B12 complex, hopefully helping it to have some I'm trying to fill up the pig water too, guys. I'm telling you this story, but I'm gonna try to get him better. They get weak, and it's only their calves, and I think it's one of those things where it's not Ferdinand, it's not the bull, because he has bred everything and never had a problem with any other calves. It's just her baby, but both her babies have had issues. So we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with him, and then figure out what to do with her, and it might be just a culling situation on both. So we did treat him. Every time we go go from grass to hay, we have active hay, of course, all their stuff. This is he's our Brangus steer, and seems, he's in good spirits. He's eating still. Harley and Aiden came out and helped me treat him. We don't believe in true conventional dewormer and conventional antibiotics. However, we're not stupid to it either. So when we have an animal sick, we want to treat them and try to get them well. I think he's getting picked on by these other cows too, so I may move him to the dairy herd because they're a lot more gentle than the beef. It's supposed to be our 23 steers for food. We'll see what comes of that. But really their mama, we've got to figure out what to do with their mama. We may just call her and send her to a sale barn, just because I don't want to send her anywhere else. She's had 2 calves that are weak, and not that there's something wrong with them, but for some reason their immunity or they're getting a gene passed down that they just don't have that resilience that I'm needing and that I'm wanting. And of course we are getting rid of the Angus, y'all know that, but I don't know if I'm gonna sell her to a farm. I may just take her straight to a sale barn and let them sell her as a processed kill cow, because I don't want this lineage just to keep on going.
That you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us and we will help.
It is a risky morning. I told you about the calf down. I just don't know. Anytime a calf gets down, I've never seen, even in my experience, which I have not had a lot of calves down, but even with other people I know or farms I know, usually when a calf is down, they don't get back up. But we're gonna still treat this calf because we try to give all the life we can, and that's what we're gonna go do first. And then we've got to move some lambs. We believe this is the day Aiden's gonna go hunting tonight, and we've got about 8 to 10 does coming in on that property. So we're gonna try to, hopefully Aiden will kill a deer tonight. We opened to another field for the jerseys, and they'll have that other field over there, but they still have some hay in here, so we don't want to move them out of this field yet. Plus they have some grass too. But first, me and Aiden are gonna go run. Look at this calf. I have already treated this morning. Didn't look any better than it really did. Didn't have any extra benefit, but we're gonna put some alfalfa and some probos on it. And then we're gonna be moving the horse to this field, moving the sheep, and then that's pretty much all the main chores we have. Me and Miss Mac have to clean out the bunnies and then also top some tomatoes in the greenhouse. And we'll also look at the broccoli, see how it's doing. First, let's go ahead and check this calf, and then we'll start moving horses and sheep. Hey, where's that alfalfa right here? The steer would be sick and he'd be in the very back of the pine forest. So we've got to walk all the way back here. I walked to here this morning, but it was too dark to really bring a camera. So we're gonna go walk and see if we see him. He was out in front, which helped, but now he's kind of in the back. Well, bad news, he's laying just where he was. He actually can't hardly sit up. Why he put himself on his heel and wants to roll over now. Just kills me. So we gotta try to get him up, or at least off this heel. His sister did the same thing. And that's what makes me think, man, There's not some recessive gene she's passing down. It's just not good because I can't see both her babies not having a thriving life, and it be caused by something they're eating or something like that. After all the turnips we have sold, we still have a bunch. So what are we doing?
I'm picking so I can make some soup.
We may have to make a video on this stuff because this stuff is phenomenal, isn't it?
Well, I am changing the recipe, so.
Changing the recipe? What you changing about it?
I'm doing sausage instead of bacon.
Oh, it's even better. I like sausage better than bacon too.
I already had it in the refrigerator, so I'm going to use that instead.
So what are you thinking about the rest of these greens? They're looking good. The onions are looking good over here.
Yeah, I actually need it.
Well, it's not quite onion pulling time, sweet baby. You can have some chives, but no onions.
I know, but I actually need one.
Garlic is looking good. There's a few little yellow spots on the garlic, but I think that's just some of the old leaves because all the new growth is all green. So I think it's gonna be okay. I actually need to weed that little bit of grass right there. Pick some kale so we can try to dehydrate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably going to walk back out here to do that.
That's fine.
So I can go ahead and get these on.
That's fine.
And then I'll come back out in a few minutes.
So what Misty was talking about, we actually have kale that's kind of running out our ears too. So we've thought about dehydrating some. I've been putting some in my eggs every morning just as a health boost because kale is a superfood. But if you've never ate kale, we mix it with our greens when we're just making greens. Horses are running over there. So we move the horses and they're going crazy. But kale is a superfood. We mix it with all our greens because it's really good for you. So when we're making our turnip greens or mustard greens to eat, when we just boil them down, which is phenomenal, especially if you've never ate them fresh, you need to. But kale is something that is growing really good right here. And we didn't grow a big area of it, but it's doing so good we don't want to waste it. And I can only eat so much in season. So what we're thinking about doing, dehydrating some. We're gonna try to make some kale chips like people tell us, and we've never tried them, so we'll try them. But you know, this is beautiful kale. We're gonna try to dehydrate and make a kale powder and make it where we can utilize it all year round. And I can sprinkle in my eggs and sprinkle on different meals. And actually, shh, don't tell the kids. We'll probably sprinkle some on the kids' food. They won't even know it, but it's just a superfood. If you're not growing kale, you need to. But we are inundated with it, and I want to make sure that we don't waste it. And it's gonna be good if we can use it for animals, but we want to take more advantage of it too. So today we're gonna harvest some and actually try to dehydrate. One more move today is just the sheep, just because they need to be moved. If you remember, they went right behind the cows this last 2 rotations, so they're actually in the same field. So they're not having piles of grass, they're just eating all the grass that the cows did not eat because they're more palatable. They'll eat more grasses. We need to move them out of that area. We've had a little rain and that area tends to be low, and I don't want our sheep getting sick. We don't want to have any issues with them, so we're gonna move them to this beautiful green spot. The horses were right there, but there was one more move actually right here, and that's where we're gonna put the sheep for a few days.
Everything that you thought you should didn't seem to do you any good.
And keeping everything in proximity, we put the horses back here. We've got all the birds right here. The sheep are gonna be moving and running straight into this real grassy area. This area has been about 50 to 60 days rest. It has no manure at all, and really nice grass. That area is still got grass, but we'll let it rest because that is a wet area. We don't want to keep a lot of animals in there for a long time. It just scares us. The rotation for the dairy is going to stay right around the house because it's cold in the winter. We try to keep them right around the house, especially when they have little calves. And then the big cows will rotate back by the church ground. So we're really trying to be smart. We have a few more cows, a few more horses than 2 horses that we didn't plan for, and of course the cows. So we have to really watch our grass and making sure we have good quality grass, or lack thereof. Make sure we have good hay and good rotation while we're in the winter months where grass is not growing. Aiden's planted some rye and it's starting to kind of come up in spots. We may even hit it again with another set of ryegrass, but that's for future talks. The main thing is get these sheep moved and kind of quiet this part of the farm down because Aiden's really hunting like right here. We just looked at the camera. How many does would you say were in there a while ago?
About 9, 10.
9 or 10. So there better be a reason to shoot one of them. One of them's got to be nice, huh?
One of them has to be.
Hopefully. So we're gonna try to take a doe before we really get into the rut down here in the south. And I told Aiden if he sees one, we don't have a lot going on tonight, this might be the night to go ahead and take one out. So let's get these sheep moved and then we'll move their waters, go check the hoist for the deer, make sure it's good. That will be set for your deer you're gonna kill tonight. Sheep, 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 sheep. And look how fat they are. They're looking excellent. So just so anytime we have electric netting, we don't want it touching this one, so we wrap it to keep it tight to where animals can't get out, but also that it's not touching the fence and grounding out. So that's the point of this. Sheep are not smart, so they're kind of like chickens. They're not really a bright animal. So the reason we run them, we used to just walk them because we were worried they were going to get away. The more we realized, the more that distracts them while they're walking, the more they want to veer off course. So we always come to the point where now we run them. And when we run them, it seems like their mind is focused on food, bucket, and let's enjoy this run. And they don't waver too much. Not saying they won't waver, but it seems like they do better when we run them versus trying to walk them like we would any other animal. Look at the broccoli beds as soon as we get done moving sheep. And, make sure they're doing okay. They should be starting to put on some florets very soon. So I believe I have confidence in you that you're gonna kill a deer so much that I want to hook the skinning rack up.
I can't wait to see your face when I told you nothing comes out.
Oh no, you're gonna take one out tonight. It's a pretty beautiful night. Cold outside. It's ready to rock. Bubby's gonna kill a deer tonight, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. All right, if so, then we gotta skin it, and it's always fun to skin it in the real cold weather like we're in tonight.
So that'll be great.
You'll be freezing tonight.
Probably.
Supposed to get down to 30s by the time you're hunting. Broccoli is doing great. We've got some little florets starting to come up on a few of them, so we are hoping for a good harvest. It's actually 38 outside right now, and in here it may be about 60. It feels amazing. But look, we got some florets coming. They're looking really nice, so we're real pleased with that. We have enjoyed this caterpillar tunnel. I think it's going to be a great addition to the farm, and we're hoping to go and get our other greenhouse up over the next season, so that way spring of next year and fall of next year will even be better, and we'll have even more growing. Last thing before we go inside, let Aiden go hunting, is we've got to tie up some tomatoes for fall. These tomatoes are doing great in the greenhouse. We've actually got some little tomatoes on there and some blooms, but they're all kind of falling over. So we're gonna go get some string.
I made turnip green soup and it is delicious.
Tell us the ingredients though. This is what's so cool.
Everything was off the farm except for the salt.
All right, so tell us what's the recipe?
Sausage, which was our sausage, of course. Beef broth that I made. I just got some out of the freezer and stuck it over in there and let it defrost. Then I put my turnip greens in there, and I basically just went out and picked those and washed them and cut them up into small pieces and let those kind of get tender. Cream, which of course was our milk, our butter, and a little bit of salt.
Man.
And they're good too, aren't they?
On a cold day, this makes it really good. If you're looking for a good meal, Misty may do a how-to truly on this turnip green soup, but it is phenomenal.
I have some brownies that I need to do too. They're gluten-free and sugar-free, and they are amazing.
So that might be the next 2 how-tos that we get. So look forward to those. If you're interested in some more recipes and some things on the farm, let us know in a comment below, and then that way we know what you're looking for. And actually, the girls are eating hamburger steak off the farm, peas off the farm. Corn is from another farm. We didn't have that.
Local farm, yeah.
What else do we have?
This is corn chowder. This stuff is just leftover stuff.
Leftovers, because we like leftovers, huh? Get a quick little lunch. Now me and Misty has got to top some tomatoes. We're gonna come out here and look at them first. And we've got to, they're growing phenomenal. And we'll also check the sweet potatoes. You'll see the sweet potatoes coming out as well. Now let's check these out here.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away.
So tomatoes are jamming. Misty's coming in here and we're gonna go ahead and tie them up. I'm really pleased at, what is it? It's like the end of November, 1st of December, and we have beautiful tomatoes.
And
Look at that
still eating
raspberry.
raspberries.
And you just found another one at one of the ones we did some cuttings on, right?
Mm-hmm. I was
Awesome.
producing raspberries now.
So we have got blooms everywhere, and that's why some of them's got to be tied up. Look at these sweet potatoes, guys.
I gotta find the string.
Yeah, we do need to find some spring. That might be important to tie them up. So tons of sweet potatoes, some monsters here. I mean, look at that. My hand, it's way bigger than my hand. So they're drying out good. They've been out here for what, about a week and a half?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks, so they're almost ready to cure out. The one simple orange is looking good, Misty. Look at all the kumquats, though. We call it our little lemon tree, but look at all these. They're doing really good. But we need your help. We picked up 2 trees from the market that we talked about the other day. These are pineapple guava trees. This guy that sold them to us bragged on them, said they're awesome. You can eat the flowers, you can eat the fruit, but we've never grown them. Comment below if you have, and let us know what you think about them, because we need some help understanding pineapple guava.